Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to Capper Foundation's annual Evening for a Child, the 20th annual Evening for a Child.
Can you believe it's been 20 years? Time flies.
Absolutely.
When you're saving and impacting children's lives. This is fun. Glad to be here.
And time flies when you're having fun too,
yes,
right?
There's
right. been so much good done with everyone who has attended the event in person when we were able to do that, everyone who's been watching last year, everyone who is watching this year. We are so glad that you're joining us for what will be an amazing virtual variety show and celebrate then and now. Tonight's artists are joining us because they believe in Capper Foundation's mission to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities. If you're not familiar with Capper Foundation, we hope you'll stay tuned to the end. And of course, you know this is a fundraising event. It is important to thousands of families all across Northeast Kansas and really across the state, and you will hear why. I'm Melissa Bruner, anchor for WIBW TV. Joining me is the lovely, wonderful Wayne Basso, president of UMB Banks, Eastern Kansas.
Well, we invite you to join us in raising pediatric scholarships for children receiving life-changing physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, and behavior support at the Capper Foundation. Over 75% of the families receiving services annually benefit from your generosity. Many families are uninsured, underinsured, or just struggling financially because of burdens on their budget.
Tonight, you'll be entertained by some of our local favorite entertainment, both musically, spoken word, and comedy. If you can call it that, we'll explain. You'll understand when you see it later. You'll hear some wonderful stories about children served and their progress. Of course, we hope you bid on some great auction items, get outbid on those items, and then bid again because it's all about raising money. And most importantly, know that you will be helping make sure services are available to children with disabilities. Financial capacity to pay for services should never be an obstacle for children to have the help they need to learn to speak, maybe say mama, maybe say grandpa. Are you grandpa? Grampy? Pappy?
Grandpa.
Grandpa. That's a good one. We like it. Or to walk without assistance. Tonight, you get to be a part of the big picture of making a difference to so many children's lives, providing them and their families hope for independence as they grow up.
Well, and we have a fast-paced evening planned for you. You may want to visit the Capper website for registration link for bidding and donating to the Pediatric Scholarship Assistance Fund, plus the downloadable program book with all of the auction items listed and some fun activities that highlight our event sponsors.
Check out Capper's home site, of course, capper.org, to learn about Capper Foundation and all the services they offer to people of all ages, resources for families, and stay in touch with the latest resources and events. Capper Foundation is using Greater Giving as their donation platform tonight, so get out your phones, iPads, and computers. Mine just buzzed, Wayne. Outbid notice. Get you registered if you haven't already done so. And that is the beauty of using Greater Giving, because you get those automatic outbid notices. So if you kind of are watching, you get distracted, you haven't been paying attention to the auction, you'll get a text if you've been outbid, and it's so easy to click and bid again. Greater Giving is a secure platform. They manage your generous transactions tonight. If you are having any difficulty registering, Capper does have a hotline set up to assist. That number is 785-246-6585. 785-246-6585. Be patient if you don't get through immediately, but do know that your being here tonight and your donations tonight are very much needed, very much appreciated by all of us, and especially the families who receive services at Capper.
The tech gurus at Capper have come up with some fun and enhancements for our show. You may see some familiar faces in Capper's digital audience, and we think you'll love the cameo appearance by Toby, the therapy dog that walks through the halls with the kids, sometimes sit in the therapy sessions, and the kiddos just absolutely love him. But then again, who wouldn't love a golden doodle?
I got to meet Toby. I feel so special. And you're going to see Toby in a special video later tonight. On to the entertainment. They've had enough of us.
Yes.
Our first guest tonight is musically talented, hails from Topeka. His name is Ryan, a wonderful singer-songwriter with very thoughtful lyrics that connect with everyone. His Americana folk style is storytelling, meditative, and reflects relatable life experiences. Pay attention to the premium auction items. Ryan has donated an in-person performance as part of the Artful Dining experience. Here's Ryan Wills performing his recently created original, No More Songs to Sing.
I've been thinking lately, baby, glad the house is way too small, that the cars keep breaking down. With every rise you need a fall. If we bought that plot of land and you didn't have to work, raise those boys just like we planned, I fear we'd find a different kind of hurt, where the dark keeps on dancing with the fire, and the truth keeps romancing every lie. I thank God for the devil of desire. If I had everything, there'd be no more songs to sing. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. I know you're tired from the day, but that pain inside your head, it never really goes away. If you're dreaming about the sun, well, you might just get the moon. We say we want to live forever, but if we did, we'd pray that death came soon. Well, the dark keeps on dancing with the fire, and the truth keeps romancing every lie. I thank God for the devil of desire. If I had everything, there'd be no more songs to sing. Well, the dark keeps on dancing with the fire, and the truth keeps romancing every lie. I thank God for the devil of desire. If I had everything, there'd be no more songs to sing. If I had everything, there'd be no more songs to sing.
Ryan, I agree with our virtual audience. That was incredible. What a way to start our virtual variety show. We cannot wait to hear your upcoming album. Hope that secret was out. We hear you're working on one. Can't wait to hear it. Remember, bidding is going fast and furious in our auction items. Make sure you are signed up and can participate. These stools actually were made and crafted by the clients in Capper's Adult Services program. They will finish them for you. It's a set of 4 that are up for bid. And you know, there are so many auctions where people are like, oh, it's just for the ladies. It's just the stuff for them. Not our auction, because we have stuff. We have tools. We got a leaf blower for you. There's a string trimmer that comes with it as well. Grass seed, you know, so many local businesses, Tar Waters among them, donating fantastic items for us. So, you know, we have this going for you. If you want some of the other stuff, you know, I know we just had Easter, but you can get ready for next year. We have this lovely little Easter decoration basket that you can bid on. Maybe you have a princess in your life. I have a brand new baby great niece. And so, I mean, look at that. Sparkle bow, you know they want it. I'm in love with this lamp. I love this lamp. It actually comes with coffee and tea. So you have the super cool lamp, but then you also can get a latte a month from Julie's downtown. I'm sorry, this is one with the classic bean. This one comes with Julie's latte a month. It has the lovely glass sunflower from Prairie Glass Studios, along with Mobert's sweet things. They don't just have spice, you know, savory spices. They have sweet things there too. That is on the silent auction. Got a trip coming up. You got to look super cute, super fancy. You can bid on this. It comes with cupcakes. Who doesn't love that, right? Coming down the line, I told you there's something for everyone. It's not just for the ladies. Tools, guys. We've got tools on our silent auction for Capper Foundation. Feeling lucky? Lottery tickets. Who doesn't love a wreath full of lottery tickets? This is cute. It's a bench with some different sunflower items on it if you need something from your home. This is called Cellist with Red Wine. Now retired Senator Pat Roberts and his wife Frankie donated that to us. And we have food. I love food. So what we have is Brewbank donated a flat bread pizza a month. We also have cashmere popcorn. Doug is going to steal this because he loves cashmere. Cinnamon is his favorite, just so you know. But you can get cashmere popcorn, 1 a month for a year, and help kids with Capper Foundation. We also have our premium auction items, and that is where Wayne is hanging out.
That's where I am, yeah. So bid often, bid high. I am over here with the premium items. But as you're thinking about Mother's Day's coming up, Father's Day, Christmas, it's not too early to buy, to bid often, bid high. You can set your phone, get text alerts when you get outbid, which has been happening to me a lot. But we do have premium items. We'll go through these items in detail in a little while, but we've got a beautiful still life acrylic painting here that you'll see a little closer up later on. We've got the Bop Daddies. We're going to be auctioning off Bop Daddies, and we've got a travel package, and we've got a night out on the town for many of your friends here in Topeka. We've got some KU, some K-State packages for you. We've got a football package. And then we've got this really awesome guitar, Kerry Livegren of Kansas, out of his personal museum, if you will, of guitars. We've got that is out there for you to bid on also. Now, I want to remind everybody that we have an hour. It looks like a little less than an hour. So at 7:40 Topeka time, when your bid's in, that's when you'll know if you're the winner.
Have you gotten your phone buzzing at all?
It has been buzzing,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, but that's okay because we want him to bid high. Should I tell him what you're bidding at? No. We want him to bid high. Did you know, we got the KUK State, the voices, Wyatt Thompson and Brian Haney. Did you know Brian Haney volunteered here?
Yes.
When he was a teenager?
That's
and so
right.
he threw it down. He's like, KU fans, we're better than K-State fans. And even though we love Wyatt, I think we can get more money. So if you disagree, bid on the package to Zoom with Wyatt. But if you agree with Brian, then bid on the package to Zoom with Brian. And we'll see who's better.
There's a little war going on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. We do have a couple of autographed KU basketballs, so folks can check those out as well.
Yep. The recent ball,
the recent team. And the 1999-2000. And we were, so we Googled to see the name. Well, Lacey was smart enough to Google the names. The rest of us were trying to read on the ball. I'll pick it up. I'll try not to make them. Sorry, Doug. But this was when Roy Williams was coaching, recently retired Roy Williams. But I believe we have Nick Hollison on here, Drew Gooden's on here. It's the 99-2000 team. So just Google them. There are some really, really good players
you'll remember
on this ball. We also have great entertainment.
We do.
We do. Our next guest tonight is very, very inspiring. He is an accomplished singer and rapper, but tonight we have Marty sharing spoken word poetry. He's delivering it beautifully structured to lift your spirits and, of course, inspire, because that's what we're all about tonight. You can find Marty performing with his trio. They are called Ebony Tusks nationally as their lead singer, but again tonight for his uplifting poetic journey, written and performed by Marty Hillard.
Then we were unsure, as unsure of the day to come as the ground beneath us. Then it was postponements and rescheduled dates and cancellations, canceled shopping trips, canceled sporting events, canceled vacations, canceled hotels, canceled meals, canceled reservations, canceled benefits, canceled doctor's visits, canceled medications. We endured a series of estrangements from both our loved ones and ourselves. A wilderness wholly unseen, the types of twists and turns found only in dreams. We cradled our fears in thick swaddling and carried on. Not knowing the journey nor the finish line, nor whether we would all reach it together. But together is what it took. Our healthcare workers, our service providers, our grocers, our teachers, our mental health specialists, our clergy, our uniformed, our youth, and our elders, our families, our love, strength, and perseverance. Now we are greater than the sum of our parts, each of us seen, validated, and known. Supported in our challenges and celebrated for our unique gifts, a we of not one, but many, many desires, many aspirations, many contributions to the whole, many losses, many triumphs, many memories, good and bad, many truths, many experiences, many joys, and much love. Here and now, we stand back up.
Thank you so much, Marty. A perfect message for tonight, and thank you for walking us through a journey of hope. We are all excited to follow your career. You can hear Marty's musical talent with Ebony Tusk. They have their latest single. It is called HDF. Look it up. Tonight, of course, would not be possible without all of our wonderful sponsors, auction donors, and of course, most importantly, you and your participation. We hope you're enjoying the evening, and remember to thank these businesses for being such a caring part of our community. We're going to run through all the folks who have helped with tonight. Our top level sponsors tonight are the Pogo Stick sponsor, WIBW TV 13. We are always glad to help. Bicycle sponsors, American Home Life Insurance, Cruise Holidays and the Knoll family, and Bruce and Laura Danielson. Thank you to them. Our tricycle sponsors, McGee Franklin Financial Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, Heartland Home Care Services, and Stephen Smith Gallery. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Virtual applause. We know you're doing it out there, to thank all of our sponsors tonight. Now, for those of you who have been at past Evening for a Child events, you are very familiar with the Feature Child videos. We've had 20 years of them now, right? So we thought it would be fun to take you back in time. Our theme tonight is then and now, after all, and share the progress of some of those kiddos who've shown in the spotlight as past featured children. So let's celebrate then and now.
Hello there. This is Joseph Mock. This is my daughter, Caitlin. She was born with spastic diplegia. She has had several surgeries over the years. And, she's had 2 surgeries since the last time she was featured, and some of them to lengthen her muscles in her legs. And she was doing the Botox injections to help with her muscles, but she has passed that now with the help of cappers. And cappers also help her with all of her surgeries and help support her overcoming them. Would you like to tell them what you're doing now?
Now, what I'm doing, I'm walking at school and walking basically on the playground, in the gym, and in the hallways.
And her classroom is on the 2nd level of the school, so she is able to get to the elevator and go down and go to the gym and on outside. So this is what Cappers is really good at and can really help the community in the things that they do, helping everybody and supporting them in so many different ways. Thank you all so much.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Ethan. And I'm Owen.
And we're the McGee family. You met our family in 2013 when Ethan was not quite 2 years of age. Since he was 2, he has found a love for walking and running, for singing and dancing. He tells us stories and is able to tell us about his friends at school. He's also been able to find a way to utilize his right hand as a helper hand and is utilizing it to gain self-care skills daily. He loves to run, jump, play. He loves to climb and be just like his brother when it comes to rock climbing. He's been able to participate in the I Can Swim program, learning water safety and how to float. And he's also been able to participate in the I Can Bike program, where he has gained confidence and skills to make him successful. We still have a way to go on starting and stopping independently. But recently, Ethan has found independence on the mountain of skiing.
It's been a long journey. It's been our second home to come here and be here when Parker needs help. I don't know a single staff member I haven't called and said, okay, this is Nicole, and I need help with this with Parker, and everybody jumps in to help us.
It's all about learning to become better parents and help your kid become the better versions of themselves, and that's become unlocked for us here. So it's been paramount.
When you hold your baby in your arms and they're crying and they can't talk, and you tell yourself and you comfort yourself that one day he'll be able to tell me why he's crying and I'll be able to make it better because he told me so. And then 3 years comes, 4 years comes, 5 years comes, 6 years comes, and their condition makes it so difficult for them to communicate that never happens until they're older.
The sense of hope is a major force behind all this, and that there is a way to get through it, and shining a light on possibilities instead of limitations. It's so great to hear him reading now. We've got him reading to his little brother, and that's just something
It's priceless.
I never thought we'd be able to do. It's amazing.
And although the future is still uncertain, we do our best. We hope for the best, because our ultimate goal is to make him the most independent, happy person that he can possibly be, given all of his challenges. And I feel like we're on that road, and I don't think we would be if it weren't for Capper.
Jackson began receiving services when he was just 3 years old from the Capper Foundation. At that time, he was not walking or talking. He mostly used pictures. He wasn't feeding himself or meeting any of his milestones at that point in time. With the help of therapy from an excellent team of therapists, he now talks mostly about country music, and then he has some funny one-liners. Earlier this week, he told us, let's get this show on the road, and we were pretty excited about that. It's just kind of fun to see his little sense of humor coming out. And he's gained a lot of other excellent skills, such as dressing himself, using his own spoon, requesting lots of things that he wants. We're just really, really proud of him.
Yeah, we're super proud of everything that Jackson's accomplished over the last 9 years through the help of a great team at Capper Foundation, and we're really appreciative of everything that they do to help him out.
Thank you.
You know, kids like Alex, you know, they're all unique. When you talk about what Capper does, as far as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, all the therapies, it's very, very unique to every child. Alex has gained great movement of his left arm, more improvements with his right arm. Alex has continued being able to use a walker to walk around the neighborhood, sometimes go to the mall, whatever the case, and be able to walk around. And so it's the therapy that we get for the everyday life situations. that we don't even think about. Is so important, and it takes not only the doing of those items, but the being able to work those items in therapy and working those muscles and the routines to help him do that every day.
So Brody is an 11-year-old. He is going to 5th grade, and he receives speech, OT, and PT currently.
Brody started Cappers around the age of 5, and we as parents knew we needed a larger support system, and Cappers built that strong foundation that he still progresses on today.
I like tacos.
You're fine.
Owen was quote child of the year for the Capper Foundation 5 or 6 years ago, and a lot has gone on since then. We kind of bounced around with help of many other people that we are very gracious for, including the Capper Foundation. But one of the biggest things for us is the communication piece. He's using PECS, a picture exchange system. He's got some icons on there, and he's able to kind of independently tell fellow classmates, paras, teachers hi as he's going by when they say hi to him, which is an incredible thing. He has participated the last few summers in I Can Bike at the Capper Foundation, so he's building on those skills, riding a bike. We try to do that as often as we can with him here in the home setting as well. Doing a lot better with dressing himself. Feeding himself, that was a real challenge early on, but using his utensils, fork and spoon, and he's been so much better at that. So overall, Owen is he's a happy boy most of the time. Lots of smiles, and it seems like he makes everyone around him happy too. He gets his giggling stuff going, and I don't know how anyone cannot smile and laugh right back with him. We continue to try to help him along his journey as best as we can, and teach him as much as we can, along with help from many other people, and he teaches us many things along the way as well. So.
3. Hi, my name is Connor Shaw. I'm 13 years old. I'm in 7th grade at Rossville Middle School.
Connor started receiving speech, OT, and physical therapy services when he was 20 months old. Since then, he has worked very hard to acquire many skills that most of us take for granted. These days, Connor enjoys riding his bike and playing football and basketball with his brother. He also participates in Special Olympics and top soccer. Last spring break, Connor was introduced to adaptive skiing. This is something he enjoyed and something we will continue to do. He also enjoys learning about the weather, and if you need directions to get around Topeka, he's your guy to ask. We are very thankful to be a part of the Capper Foundation family, and we are thankful for the friendships we have made through the Capper Foundation.
As a small business owner, I know last year was an extremely difficult time for everyone. If possible, please consider donating to the Capper Foundation Scholarship Fund. Even the smallest donation can help a child receive much needed therapy services. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aww. Well, this certainly takes me back in time. It's heartwarming, truly is heartwarming to think about the difference that Capper Foundation has made in the lives of these children. Capper Foundation is actually celebrating their 100th year throughout 2021, and I can't imagine the number of kids, the hundreds and thousands of kids that have come through these doors and walked these halls and have been taught by such a caring staff. It really is quite overwhelming, and it's because of the contributions that you all have made and just the support of the community. And again, I'm just overwhelmed at all the years of service that have been provided by this great staff.
I'm just still smiling and saying, oh, overhearing and seeing all those familiar voices and faces again, and those names that we've gotten to know over the years. They're also very special, and I'm so happy I'm able to follow some of the photos on Facebook with some of those families over the years. So we certainly appreciate them being part of the Capper Foundation family and sharing their stories with everybody at home throughout the years as well. Okay, you can't have a variety show without a little comedy, right? So we're going to lighten things up right now. Laughter is good for all of us, especially after the past year that we have all had. This upcoming segment features our Topeka Fire Chief, Craig Duke, and our Chief of Staff for the City of Topeka and former Police Chief Bill Cochran. Now, if you've never seen the two of them together, they are quite a duo. So I'm looking forward to this. It is a bad joke battle, unlike you've ever seen. Whose joke is better? So to help us decide, we added a referee to the act. 13-year-old Maxwell Guth, who receives physical and speech therapy at Capper. He'll keep the comedic competition rolling, and you can be your own judge as to who will make you laugh more. Roll that video.
Maxwell, I have a question for you. If police officers have ride-alongs, do firefighters have sleepovers? Ha! That's funny!
Maxwell, I have a question for you. Do you know what the skinniest thing in the world is? A fart. It can go through your trousers without making a hole!
That's lame. I have to agree with that. Whatever. Sometimes I tuck my knees into my chest and lean forward. That's just how I roll.
Hey, did you hear how the hippie burnt his mouth? He ate his pizza before it was cool, man.
Yeah, that's not that funny.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't that funny. I have to agree. I have to agree, that was not that funny, was it?
Boom.
Yeah! All right. A jumper cable walks into a bar. The bartender says, "I'll serve you, but don't start anything." That's lame.
You want to hear a joke about paper?
Sure.
Never mind. It's terrible.
That is lame there. That's lame. Did you hear about the dentist who won an award? He got a little plaque.
Hey, do you know what country's capital population gets bigger every year? Dublin in Ireland. Dublin, it gets Dublin. There's a smile. There's a smile. Is that a fake smile?
Why did A go into the bathroom and come out as an E? Because he had a bowel movement. That was good there.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
When the fire chief says it.
Oh gosh.
I got one here, but I'm not going to go with this one. Do you know why bees go in a hive in the winter? Swarm.
Swarm. What about that $5 I gave you earlier?
You didn't give me
Okay. What's the difference?
You gave it to me.
What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? A tire?
Now, you need to brace yourself on this one, Maxwell, because this one is funny. Even you're going to laugh at this one.
Yeah, right.
Do you know why you shouldn't fart in an Apple store? Because they don't have windows. No!
Do they allow loud laughing in Hawaii or just aloha?
That's lame. Maxwell, did you know the first turkey wasn't fried in France? It was fried in grease.
And the grease was in Japan.
That's lame.
Do you know how NASA plans a party? Organizes a party. Hey, how about this? Forget it.
How do you find Will Smith in the snow? By the Fresh Prince.
Mr. and Mrs.
That's
Smith's son,
lame.
Will. What's the difference between people from Dubai and people from Abu Dhabi? People in Dubai like the Flintstones, but people from Abu Dhabi do. Abu Dhabi do. Abu Dhabi do.
That's lame.
That was lame. You know, it didn't take the detective very long to determine what the murder weapon was. It was a briefcase.
That's lame.
All right, here. You know, I was fired from a calendar factory. Do you know why? I took a day off.
That's funny. Only 6 days in the week.
Oh.
My jokes.
Oh, no, Mark. Hey.
Mine were funnier than yours. The funniest.
So, in my opinion, I think those jokes are just terrible. The way that you guys are intimidating me isn't gonna work. Person that's funnier is me. I got a joke to prove myself.
Let's hear it.
Why did the hedgehog cross the road? 'Cause he wanted to show he had guts. I'm the joke king!
Something's coming out of my ear.
Yes, Maxwell is the joke king. I think we'd agree. We love Toby and Maxwell's reactions. The tech gurus just keep the fun rolling with that, don't they? And as far as our comedians, these guys could take this show on the road, maybe. Our big thanks to Chief Cochran, Chief Duke, and Maxwell for stepping out of your normal roles as civil servants and entertaining us with your less serious personalities. Love it. We do want to take a moment to thank a few more of our sponsors tonight. So let's take a look at the Wagon sponsors: American Family Dreams Foundation, American Tax Service, Bajillion Agency, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, Invista Credit Union, FHL Bank Topeka, and Matt and Rebecca Forschler. Our Rocking Horse sponsors: American Family Insurance, Shipman and Associates, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Tyler Johnson, Realtor, Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant, Glenda Kafer, Clayton Wealth Partners, Core First Bank and Trust, Barbara Hesse, JF McGivern, KBS Constructors, Inc., Polo Custom Products, Prometheus, Inc., Strathman Sales Company, Walmart Sam's Club, and Willis Towers Watson. Thank you so much to these and all of our sponsors who understand how important Capper Foundation is to our community. So we also thank all of you for continuing to bid. Remember, the auction is open for another about 32 minutes till 7:40 tonight. So keep those bids coming in. We have our third performer tonight who has a very special story. Luke is 15 years old. He composes music and plays multiple instruments, and he's just full of surprises. His love for music started at a very young age. Born with a visual impairment, Luke has never let his disability stifle his desire to write and perform music. He enjoys all genres: jazz, pop, classical, rock. Performing one of his classical compositions, please welcome Luke Schodmeyer playing 6/8 in E. is amazing. Thank you so much, Luke. The mastery of the keyboard. I can't do that. I mean, twinkle,
Unbelievable.
twinkle, little stars, if I'm lucky, is good. So thank you so much, Luke, for inspiring us with your talent and your perseverance. I understand jam sessions are kind of common in their homes, so that would be quite a lot of fun. Wish we could join in on those. It is time to remind everyone of auction items, auction time. And we're going to talk about the premium auction items, but also keep in mind there are so many wonderful auction items just overall. Watercolor paintings. There's a diamond pendant on the auction that you can take advantage of. I think we're calling them the Cobra operas, the candle operas in the shape of the I'm sorry, I mentioned him. Jared really loves them over there. He's just like, I want these. So bid them up. It's all for Capper Foundation, right? And
it's all for a great cause.
Fund. So
yeah,
premium
absolutely.
auction items.
Premium auction
Let's get
items.
rocking.
Bid often, bid high. You have, looks like 25 minutes. The auction ends at 7:40.
Central time.
Topeka time.
Topeka time.
About 25 minutes left, I believe you have. So get on your phones.
Math is hard.
We're going to talk you through the items here. So our first item is the Bop Daddies Band. It's valued at $1,000. Dance the night away with 3 hours of classic rock provided by the Bop Daddies. To quote band member Mal Robinson, "We can't get off that train." Get ready, get set, dance, and enjoy the great music of the Bop Daddies. You'll have until April 30, 2022 to get your dance moves on. They'll bring a lot of energy to a party and guarantee you won't stay in your seat.
Get up and dance, Wayne. Show us your moves with the Bop Daddies. Next up is the Artful Dining Experience. This is something that is a lot of fun. You will enjoy an artful dining experience in Topeka's upscale downtown fine art gallery, the Stephen Smith Gallery. Gallery artist Brad Leduc will start your evening demonstrating an art technique in the gallery and include you in a collaborative creation. Now, we understand last year there was some fun money games added to sweeten the art challenge. We'll see if that happens again. This experience includes a private chef experience with dinner prepared and served by Chef Luis Guillen, owner of Louis Place at 435 South Kansas Avenue. A dinner party for 4 to 6 includes a wine tasting, followed by live music on the roof of Stephen Smith Gallery, weather permitting. Of course, we won't make you sit out on the roof in the rain. For a great view of downtown and a citywide scenic, I guess if people want to sit outside in the rain, I wouldn't probably do the painting out there though. You did hear Ryan Wills perform earlier, and to end the evening, he will perform your own private open air concert with the stars shining down on you and your guests. So just think of it as wine, dine, and create. You must use this before October 31st, 2021. And our thanks to Stephen Smith Gallery, Chef Luis, and artist Brad Leduc for donating that experience.
Still Life for 3, acrylic painting on panel is the next item. Perfect for your hallway, dining room, or kitchen nook. Enjoy this 36-inch square acrylic painting on panel framed in Russian olive, custom frame with artist Brad Leduc. You just learned about the Artful Dining experience in our last package. This work is the finished piece from last year's Artful Dining, directed by Brad in a joint effort with the winners. A 2013 winner of the Milken Educator Award and a 2014 fellow with Lowell Milken Center for his Unsung Heroes project. Brad has a unique, recognizable style appreciated by collectors.
It is very cool. It's big. I love it. It's awesome.
It is very nice.
It can be yours. You can have it in your home. Also up for bid this year, a new and installed furnace and air conditioner. Yes, new and installed. Be comfortable year-round with your new heating and air system. HD Service Company will provide an 80% efficiency BTU gas-fired furnace with up to 3-ton blower drive and a 13-SEER air conditioner and coil. This package includes labor, materials, and installation. I made up a word. Installation. Need a bigger unit? Well, the equipment can be upgraded to a larger unit and higher efficiency at dealer cost paid by you. This is a value up to $5,000. If you want a bigger one, you would pay the difference. So some restrictions here. This excludes sales tax, city permits, and code compliant issues. So you'd have to cover that. Service must be completed within a Northeast Kansas County HD Service is licensed in. The licensing part is important. That expires April 24th, 2022. So our thanks to HD Service Company for donating that.
And the next item is craft beer experience, which is priceless.
Priceless.
Everyone will want to be your friend with this package for a truly enjoyable evening. 12 people will enjoy a semi-private space at the Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant with a dedicated server to keep the award-winning beer cold and the fun rolling. A personally guided tour of the Blind Tiger Brewery by owner Jay Ives and an informative discussion about the brewing process gets capped off with 12 different Blind Tiger craft beer styles to enjoy. Learn the history of the Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant, discuss the craft beer movement, and discover the development of beer styles around the world. What's beer without appetizers? A selection of delicious appetizers will be included to accompany your beer sampling experience. Schedule your date and time as mutually agreed by the bidder and Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant. Date selection between Sunday and Thursdays. Early evenings, please. World-class beer, good food, good company. Thanks to Jay Ives and the Blind Tiger Brewery.
12 for men, 12 people that's for. So get in on the bidding on that. Okay, who is ready to travel? This next one is for you. Where do you want to go? You can take a cruise, see New York, tour the Grand Canyon. You pick the destination, and this travel voucher worth $3,500 will go toward your booking with Cruise Holidays of Topeka. Thinking about sunshine and an all-inclusive resort. That sounds pretty good right now. Sunshine, beaches, sunrise, sunset, or maybe back to the snow if you like that. This voucher is good for travel in 2021 or 2022. So whenever you're comfortable, it's redeemable for one vacation package. Air-only tickets do not qualify, and we are ready to get out and enjoy something other than our own four walls, thanks to Cruise Holidays of Topeka and the Knoll family.
All-inclusive. Grown-up night on the town is the next item, valued at $4,900. Mark December 18, 2021 on your calendar for an unforgettable night with this party for 12. This is a must-have for your Mannheim Steamroller fans. Start the evening with fine dining and drinks at the Capitol Plaza Luxury Hotel Falling Water Grill for you and your guests. You and your guest will then enjoy the best-selling Christmas artist of all time, Mannheim Steamroller, at the Stormont Vales Event Center, where you'll be recognized on the Jumbo Marquee and enjoy use of the exclusive number 3 executive suite in the newly renovated Landa Arena. Your premium show tickets and this private suite experience are sure to please. Check out the next morning after a comfortable night stay with 6 reserved rooms at the Capitol Plaza and 6 parking passes. Check in on the 18th, check out on the 19th. What happens in between is sure enjoyment. Thanks to Stormont Vale Event Center and the Capitol Plaza Hotel.
Wayne's planning a party, I can tell. That would be fun.
That sounds like fun.
Or maybe your kind of party is a Kansas State University football experience. Then you can bid on this. Get your purple. Join other K-State Wildcat fans for one home football game during the 2021 season in the Bill Snyder Family Stadium. 2 comfortable chair back seats on the 50-yard line and fantastic parking are a real treat to see the Cats take on their opponent. The donor is allowing you to choose from one of the 7 home games on the Wildcat schedule. So our thanks to Barb Hesse for doing that. She is a special friend to Capper Foundation.
All right, University of Kansas fans, get your Zoom on. Valued at $500, join the voice of the Jayhawks, Brian Haney, in a private 30-minute Zoom call. You can even invite a group of friends to join you. Visit with Brian about your favorite team. Everything sports, from football to basketball to baseball. Brian has the scoop you will want to hear. Brian has even issued a challenge to match the winning bid. And you mentioned earlier that Brian had worked at the Capper Foundation, and so he knows what we're doing and why we're raising money, and it's a super great cause. So Zoom on this call. You won't want to miss it. Thanks to Brian Haney, the director of KU Broadcasting and voice of the KU Jayhawks.
He is always entertaining. Okay, I normally don't pick favorites, but I do have to say this is probably my favorite item in the entire auction. For the band Kansas fans, if you're a music lover, or if you just like a really nice guy, you sure can't put a value on this item. Donated by Band Kansas founder Carrie Livgrim. It is a custom flamed maple electric guitar, a showpiece. It will electrify the room for great conversation. Carrie was like, I don't want to ruin the guitar by physically signing it. So what you're going to get with it is a photo of Carrie with the guitar accompanied by a certificate of authenticity. It is perfect for collectors to add to their collection. It is from Carrie's personal collection to yours. Carry on, wayward son, and make this yours before it becomes dust in the wind. Get it? He wrote those songs. Thanks to Carrie and his record label, Numavox. Did you know the name of the first band Carrie was in?
I don't believe I do.
The Gimlets. That was the first band that Carrie was in. Kansas was formed in 1970, and the rest is history. Now, currently, he is working on what he calls the most ambitious work of his career. He's been working on it for years. It's called a cantata, The Resurrection Lazarus. The Resurrection Lazarus. It is an epic orchestral and vocal composition. We can't wait to hear it when it's done. Carrie has expanded his talents beyond a songwriter and authored a book called Miracles Out of Somewhere. It is a memoir spanning all of Carrie's life. He takes us back to his boyhood home, to the pre-Kansas days, to the heyday of Kansas, and to his life since leaving the popular rock band, which has been very interesting as well.
Sounds like a must-have. Okay, the next item is Kansas State University fans, get your Zoom on. Join the voice of Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, in a private 30-minute Zoom call. You and or your guest of friends will have the opportunity to visit with Wyatt about your favorite team. Every man a Wildcat. Everything sports from football to basketball to baseball. Wyatt has the insider information for curious fans. Wyatt has been honored as Kansas Sportcaster of the Year 4 times and has numerous other awards. This Zoom call you won't want to miss. Thanks to Wyatt Thompson, Senior Director of Kansas State Sportcasting and voice of the Wildcats.
Little competition with those.
Yeah. Did you notice a little competition there?
I did.
Yeah. You'll certainly, well, it'll be interesting to see which one goes higher.
Yes.
The Wildcats
rivalry in the
or the
Capper
KU.
auction. And we welcome it because it means we're raising more money.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All righty. There are going to be, we were down to the final 15 minutes. Final 15 minutes, folks, to
Okay.
get your bids in on the
Counting
auction.
down.
Before we finish up the auction, because we want you to keep bidding, we do want to recognize a few more of our sponsors. So these are our stroller sponsors: American Family Insurance, Justin T. Moravec and Brad Noller; Argosy Group, Inc., Beckley Chiropractic, Steve and Derry Bryman; Central National Bank, Community Bank, HR Partners. We just got the 15-minute warning by text. Our watches both buzzed at the same time. Good job, guys. Right on cue. Intrust Bank, Mize CPAs, Inc., Morris Lang Evans, Brock, and Kennedy Chartered, On Target Financial, Security First Title, and United Heartland. Our big thanks to each and every one of you for doing what you do to make this evening possible and championing children with disabilities. Yay.
Yay.
You know what happens now?
I do.
I do. It's our favorite part.
I
Our
know.
favorite part. You heard some of the then and now stories earlier. This is our favorite part of the night, where we get to meet our feature child for this year's Evening as a Child, Evening for a Child. Each year, my husband, our WIBW TV chief photojournalist, Doug Brown, and I have the honor to film the family who are receiving services at Capper Foundation. Now, my heart is smitten with our feature child this year. I know you are going to fall in love with them as well. Now, this story spells out the courage children have to navigate their struggles, so you can see for yourself as we hear Nolan's story.
Hey, buddy. His name is Nolan. He is 3.5.
Are you ready?
He is active in everything he does. I chase him everywhere. He has a twin sister, Gabriella, and they keep me busy. He was born with Down syndrome. He also had a heart defect. He was in the NICU for 4 weeks here in Topeka. And then he was transferred to Children's Mercy by ambulance and was there for 2 weeks, where he had a G-tube placed in his stomach. When I found out Nolan was gonna have Down syndrome, I was completely shocked, scared, overwhelmed. I have never met a child with Down syndrome before. I knew no matter what, we were gonna have Nolan. He was gonna change our world. But the heart defect, I think, scared me more than anything, because I didn't know what to expect. Say hello, everyone. He's had open heart surgery. He was 6 months old, and we had a lot of complications, unfortunately. So we ended up being there for about a month. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was an unreal time, honestly. And he finally came home and we were good to go. And he's been making strides since.
Okay, hop on.
He has been coming to Capper for about a year and a half.
That's a boy. That's a boy.
Cappers has done an amazing job with him.
Yep, there you go. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
The mission of Capper Foundation is to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities.
Okay, we're gonna go backwards and then we can do it again.
The people that we serve have all kinds of issues, perhaps. They are facing life and they're willing to make changes and adapt, get treatment, make adjustments, and keep on going. Just keep putting, one foot in front of the other and keep on going with persistence and determination. And that really is our inspiration.
Nice job. Let's see what's in our eggs. Are you climbing?
I'm Julie Watson. I'm a speech language pathologist here at Capper Foundation.
Help me say cargo. Go.
We work a lot on building his expressive and receptive language skills, as well as helping improve his speech sound productions. He's very easy to work with. He's just fun. He makes things fun.
Let's go up one more time.
Okay.
My name is Chris Teeter, and I'm a physical therapist at Capper Foundation.
Hey, get in.
Well, when I first met him, he was a year and a half old, so he wasn't creeping or crawling or walking.
Hey, where are you?
Every kid is a little different, but in Nolan's case, I kind of let him lead.
Ah, there you are.
I'd put something down for him to play with, and if he wanted to get to it, then we worked on a way how to get that. Like if we're working on creeping or crawling, I'd put it just a little bit out of reach, so we'd have to creep or crawl that direction, just to kind of make it have a motivator there for him to do.
Circle. No.
I am Amy Douglas. I'm an occupational therapist here at Capper. When Nolan came to me, he had a hard time sitting.
You did it. Good.
He had a really difficult time eating. He was total assist to eat, so I would spoon feed him. We have worked really hard on things like decreasing his sensitivity around his mouth. He is aversive to textures. He doesn't like crackers or anything hard or dry, cereals, none of that stuff. And he's also working on dexterity, things like picking up things, with the pincer grasp, placing them. So Toby is a therapy dog, and he absolutely just loves children. Nolan gets super excited when he sees Toby. Nolan's just so happy to see him. It's just pure joy.
No, you come with us. Come on.
Nolan likes to show Toby what he can do. And so when I'm having him pick up a Fruit Loop, I'm trying to get him to be okay with using his fingers with that pincer grasp, touching that dry food that he doesn't like the feel of, kissing it, getting it up to his mouth.
He did eat it. Yay, Toby.
He doesn't want to do any of that, but he'll do all of that if he can then feed Toby that Fruit Loop. And then Toby does a great job of modeling chew, chew, chew for Nolan of what that part looks like. And so a lot of times Toby's just a huge motivator for kids in general. He is now putting things like Fruit Loops in his mouth and touching them to his mouth. He's feeding himself almost all by himself. He's drinking almost by himself. We're always meeting goals and changing those goals to make them harder and at a higher level.
Oh, he's come a long way, and he's just gradually built up to, he's saying more 3, I think occasionally even a 5-word phrase.
High ball. Apple. Oh, high five.
We all need to be able to communicate our feelings and our wants and our needs, and to just have personal relationships with people.
He's come a long way. He walks up steps, he holds onto a railing in a hand, and he can walk up and down ramps, he can walk up and down the hallway, and he can get off and on a tricycle, he can climb up and down, go down slides.
Just watching him go from being able to sit to then stand and then walk with his walker, I mean, he had that walker for a while, and when he took those first few steps, I mean, we celebrate those little things huge in our house.
We average seeing about 2,000 people a year, thereabouts, and we provide, it's over $3 million non-reimbursed care. So that means we're still seeing lots of children, lots of teens, lots of adults who don't have, resources. For example, they may not have insurance, they may be underinsured, or in some cases they may have insurance, but it doesn't cover the issue that they're facing. So again, that's where the charitable dollars really come into play to help kids like Nolan and other children and other teens and other adults with disabilities that need supports and services.
When they're giving, they're giving opportunity to children. Opportunity for children to have things more at their disposal that they can use, that we can help them make those gains with. And it also is providing us with more therapists. That's a big one, so that we can get to those children that are on our waiting list, because the numbers, there's a lot of kids waiting.
I think you're giving kids an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to gain skills that they are struggling with, and just giving them an opportunity to improve their quality of life.
They're giving and the families as well a reason to hope. When you have a kiddo that has extra challenges, you're not sure how things are going to turn out. And if there's a way that myself and the other therapists here at Capper can help them achieve their highest goals and independence, then it means the world, actually.
Just to know that Nolan can do every single little thing that we can do, it's just going to take him a little bit longer to do it. I'm very thankful for their patience. They have touched him, me, my entire family in a way I could never really, I don't know how to even thank them. I don't think Nolan would be where he is right now without them. I have learned a lot from Nolan. The biggest thing is to never judge a book by its cover. To know that any single person in this world can do anything they put their little minds to. He has completely changed our lives.
So many children receiving services at Capper Foundation have similar stories. Each child's needs are different, and that's why we're so lucky to have Capper Foundation and all the fantastic people who work here available to our community. They provide opportunities for children to grow into independent adults. You will often hear staff say that children generally don't grow out of their disability, they simply learn how to grow up with it. And so if you want to know what you're doing every time you increase your bid tonight, every time you hit that donate button, here's really what it comes down to. This was Nolan a year ago, last spring. This was the photo that was taken of Nolan. They talked about his walker. This was him with his walker.
And there he is now.
That's this year. That's Nolan now. So every time you are bidding tonight, every time you answer the call to make a donation to the Scholarship Assistance Program, this is what you are making happen. And it means so much to all the families. As you heard Amanda say, Nolan's mom, and you see the smiles of their families, his twin sister, his dad, his older sister. You can clearly see and understand the impact that you are having by supporting Capper Foundation. So tonight you do have the opportunity to help children like Nolan gain independence by contributing to Capper Foundation's Pediatric Scholarship Assistance Fund. Children want to grow up and be contributing adults to their family and to their community, our community. Last year, Capper Foundation, as you heard, experienced more than $3 million in unreimbursed services. That can be the difference between what Medicaid and insurance will pay for services on behalf of families versus the cost it actually is for Capper to provide therapy services. Capper Foundation is very conscientious to spend operating dollars wisely. 92% of your donation goes directly to programs and services. That accountability has earned them the highest 4-star rating that you can receive from Charity Navigator. You can be confident your gifts are being used as intended to help children with therapy services. And those gifts include those high bids in that auction. We are down to the final 3 minutes of the auction, folks, so keep bidding.
Keep bidding. My phone dinged. I think I got outbid. Well, your compassion and support truly does make a difference. Each year we have a special time designated for donations directly to the Pediatric Scholarship Assistance Fund. Let's demonstrate the power that you and I can make in the life of a child. Maybe you didn't win all of the items you were bidding on. would you please consider gifting what you would have spent, but do it towards the scholarship?
Absolutely.
Let's get started. It's easy. You can designate online on the auction site, or you can donate on Capper's website on their donation page, and that's at www.capper.org. Please designate your gift to Pediatric Scholarships in that case. So, who'll give $5,000? $5,000. That'll help provide approximately 32 hours of pediatric therapy. And by the way, we have a challenge match from a local family, the Knowles, who will match their $5,000 donation this evening. So $5,000, 32 hours of pediatric therapy.
That would make a big difference to folks. If perhaps not $5,000, how about you consider a $2,500 donation? Again, those buttons are right there on that auction screen for you. $2,500 would help provide approximately 16 hours of therapy. Some therapy sessions are 1/2 hour and some are a full hour. And usually it's not just one session that folks go to and then they're done. No, this is continuous therapy that kids need. Some children come once a week for therapy. Many come multiple times a week, and many to multiple sessions multiple times a week.
Yeah, get multiple therapies.
Yeah, you saw Nolan with speech and occupational and physical therapy.
Right. Yep. Spend a lot of time here. The next opportunity, you could give $1,500, and that would help provide 10 hours of service. And you know, we have done this event live so many years, and what has it been, almost 20 years we've been together, and you see all the paddles go up, and unfortunately we can't do that, but just your generosity just is truly overwhelming. And unfortunately we're not getting any feedback here, but just know that it's a heartfelt thank you very much. $1,500 does make a huge difference.
Leave
provides
a comment
10 hours
or a like
of service,
or even a love.
Yeah.
And then we know that you're out there.
Yeah.
We also would, $1,000 is that 6.5 hours of therapy. I love that $1,000. Many children get one type of therapy, some several. So those $1,000 donations can help kids get that help they need. And of course, a $500 donation, if you are so inclined to give a $500 gift, that would provide approximately 3 hours of therapy.
Yeah. Or even a $250 donation, that will go a long way. And usually we see more folks. You know, and you can bid more than just once if you want. You can do 5,000, you can do 250, you can make it anything you want. But a $250 donation provides an hour and a half of therapy. And then the final amount is $100, and that provides 45 minutes of therapy.
Anything that you can do makes a big difference in the lives of children. So whatever gift that you are able to afford or are so inclined to give this year, we appreciate each and every one of you. And we thank you for checking that box to provide therapy hours for the Capper families. At whatever level you have generously committed, it will make a difference in the lives of a child served.
Indeed.
Our virtual audience is enjoying it, right? The virtual audience loves it. They love seeing everybody clicking those buttons. Yeah, there you go. See, we get feedback, Wayne. We've got the virtual audience cheering out there.
Right.
And they are showing their appreciation to everybody who gave a gift this year. I love it. I love our tech folks. So because of you, the auction's over, right? Is that what we got?
Yeah, I think.
Hang on, Wayne and I got to check our phones. Oh, I won something.
And I got outbid on my
No.
and I can't bid anymore.
Oh. Well, so maybe you didn't get what you wanted in the auction.
Yeah,
that's when you can click that button, because that button
right.
to give to the scholarship fund is going to be active for a while. But you're still a winner, Wayne. Everybody is a winner, because the true winners are the kids. And that's what you did. You helped bid it up.
That's
so
right.
the level got higher.
That's right.
He's so disappointed. He's going to negotiate with whoever won that.
I don't think I'll find out. I think it's
So
you.
some of the people out there are winners because they won their auction items, and you probably just got your text. So to claim your auction items, they will be available for pickup at Capper Foundation. Of course, they are off 10th and Orleans, which is just east of Gage, starting Tuesday between 9 and 5. So starting Tuesday between 9 and 5, the items will be available. Full details are on the event page of the Capper Foundation website. If you do need to have something shipped, you will be contacting the development department for special arrangements and perhaps some additional fees for shipping. So you can work all of that out with them. But wait, it's not over. Don't turn that dot. Is that what they say with the computer? Don't click onto that other page.
Don't
Isn't
click
that what
the
Ed
mouse.
Sullivan would
Yeah.
have said? Don't turn that dial. We have one very special guest tonight. Our final performer this evening has quite a musical background. Rick plays a fiery guitar and is a powerful singer-songwriter, as evidenced by his 2-time Grammy nominations when he was with the band Special Consensus. Now, Rick is part of the Ferris family of musicians. For those who've been around Northeast Kansas a long time, you'll remember when Rick was, I don't know how big he was when his whole family is very musically inclined, and they used to perform together. Many of them have gone on to many of the kids have gone on to individual musical careers, including Rick. And he now is on a solo career. He just released his new single. It's called Deep River. He's a very special connection to Capper Foundation as well. So join us in welcoming, fresh from Nashville, Rick Ferris performing What I've Learned.
Seems I've forgotten more than I recall as the years pass by. So many questions left unanswered, still can't help but wonder why. Daddy set me down upon his knee, like Granddad did for him, he did for me. Things I learned along the way, through the Great Depression and the wartime days. What I've learned just leads me on to another point of view. Another book ain't another song, another person can lead me true. Find a better way to be, to learn what fate has in store for me. What I've learned through it all is I know nothing at all. A heartfelt lyric and a warm guitar melts the world away. Something about music whispers to your soul and keeps the wolves at bay. Words wrapped around a melody impart the wisdom that they have for me. A hungry mind will heed the call. There's so much to learn, no one can know it all. What I've learned just leads me on to another point of view. Another book ain't another song, another person can lead me true. To find a better way to be, to learn what fate has in store for me. What I've learned through it all is I know nothing at all. Greater men than I live on in words within my favorite books. We'd all have a thing or two to learn if we just take a look. Inside a book or just inside ourselves, an open heart and mind will do you well. Every word and every line, they transport you to a different place in time. What I've learned just leads me on to another point of view. Another book ain't another song, another person can lead me true. To find a better way to be, to learn what fate has in store for me. What I've learned through it all is I know nothing at all. What I've learned through it all is I know nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Seems I've forgotten more than I recall as the years pass by.
Thank you, Rick. That was awesome. He's so talented. And Rick's performance is special for many reasons. His son, Parker, you saw him earlier in the Then and Now video, received services at Capper Foundation. And if you notice, was our superhero feature child a few years ago. So we thank you, Rick. A blessing for you this evening to be with us and share your journey as you begin your career as a solo artist. Best of luck to you. And our evening almost to an end.
It's almost over.
We do want to remind you once again that if perhaps you didn't get what you wanted in the auction, or you maybe want to think about what kind of a gift you might be able to give to Capper Foundation this year, the scholarship assistance links will be active through midnight tomorrow. So 11:59 p.m. Sunday night, you can continue to make your donations to the Scholarship Assistance Fund through the auction site. And auction pickup starting Tuesday. And again, you will get all of these instructions on capper.org, or if you were fortunate enough to be I'm sorry, it's a sore spot for Wayne. I love it. I love it. That's the thing with the phone, you know, that you get notified, and there you go.
Yeah.
But all the instructions are there. This was fun. Did you have a good time?
I had a good time.
It's always
absolutely.
A good time.
Yeah,
and it's for a good cause. And so we are so glad that everybody could be along with us. And yeah, we also want to thank the Capper staff. Weren't they awesome?
They were.
They had
great.
so much fun. The videos will be available on the Capper site, so you can watch this again.
Well, and next year, I think we're going to be with everyone.
We hope
hopefully in person, and everybody that's out there, come see us. We'll be live. We'll have a live auction and have dinner.
I feel compelled to tell people that these are real balloons down here, because you
You
know,
wanna pop
when it's evening, instead of evening for a child, evening as a child, we can do stuff like that. So next year in person, everybody, right? We
Yeah,
hope
we'll have
to.
fun.
Everybody stay safe, keep each other safe, be part of your community. Our big thanks to all of you for watching tonight, for bidding and donating so generously, to the Capper staff for putting all of this together and making it all happen. Of course, to the many families who utilize Capper Foundation services. You are all heroes to each and every one of us. Each and every one of you are. You are so important to us, and we are so grateful to the community for rallying around all of you tonight and every night of the year through Capper Foundation. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for supporting Capper Foundation. Have a great night.